Now, it's been a while since I've actually shown the dividend portfolio, and I've just been talking about what I've been buying and not actually showing it, so there's been no way to kind of actually prove it. Now, this is my $10,000 portfolio, which, I guess it was $10,000. Now it's a little under, but whatever. I did end up getting all of the stocks that I planned on getting, such as the Coca-Cola, the Altria, the Hasbro, and now Verizon's fallen. I'm still holding the Zim and still adding kind of to the First Financial thing, which I guess you can't see the amounts quite, but there we go. Hardly anything on a lot of these down there, but just mainly these four. And Zim's fallen quite a bit. That might be something to look into getting more, as well as the bank stock. I think it's going to fall even more here soon whenever the FOMC meeting comes, and they probably raise up the interest rates by 0.25%, and then we'll see what happens then. But yeah, I posted a comment on Reddit and then realized that, yeah, I actually haven't shown this since it was at like $5,000 or something like that. But yes, I did in fact buy all the Coca-Cola, the Altria, the Hasbro, the Verizon, and now I'm working here. So I think some part of it is that you just have to wait it out sometimes. I know dollar cost averaging and buying in weekly is definitely a strategy, and it's gotten me this far, but now I feel like there's going to be a big crash. I feel like we're actually haven't hit the bottom yet, especially in the banking. I think there's a lot of room for that to fall, and sometimes you just have to go with your gut on it, and maybe you're right, maybe you're not, but I think I would like to hold off a few weeks and see what happens, especially after the FOMC meeting and they raise interest rates yet again. I think that's going to hit the bank stock again, and it's going to drop a couple percent. It was already so low, and I'm down almost 5% on it. And, like, if you go back, I don't know, 6 months, it's down almost 30%. Like, this is horrible. Like, it's just even at the bottom of the COVID thing, and it's about down there. And I think it's going to go even further down, so I don't see why I should invest right now when I can hold off and just stockpile up a little bit of money to then actually invest at a much lower price and get some premium, get some like money like Zim. I should have sold like whatever it was 3 months ago, something somewhere around there when it was $21, and I could have just gotten that money and then bought back in like now-ish and had so many more shares and done so much better. But you live and you learn kind of thing. And I don't think I'm going to be getting a dividend from Zim anytime soon. Now, with all that being said, I might buy more Zim when it goes down to the $9 or $7 range and kind of bring that dollar cost average down, because I do believe in it long term. That's kind of also why I've been holding on to it. But there's so many other options now that treasuries are paying like 3.625%, and that's probably going to go up. The 30-year treasury might go up to like 3.8%, and that's pretty attractive to like lock in a couple $1,000s in that as well. There's also the option of just adding to Coca-Cola, since that's a solid play, or even adding to Altria to just try and hopefully capture that like 8.4 almost percent dividend payment. Like, that might be a halfway decent mid-term strategy. I think long term it's not a great play, but I think it might help me to build up those dividend payments and then invest in something like Coca-Cola or something like that. But there's a lot of, do I want to do more I bonds instead? Do I want to save up for next year and buy $10,000 worth of high bonds next year? Or do I want to buy 5,000 or just like a couple thousand? I don't know yet. I can't really do both. If I want to go that $10,000 in I bonds rate, I need to start saving now. So I have to make a choice, kind of. So for the moment, it's just to hold off at least until the FOMC meeting and see mainly what happens to, I guess, like Coca-Cola and the bank stocks. I feel like those are going to be the ones that are going to get hit the most out of this. It's just my blind kind of guess, because banking, should be greatly affected by this, and I feel like Coca-Cola is such a safe stock that if people can see that they can make more, like significantly more than that 3% dividend, even with Coca-Cola's growth, they might want to be like, hey, yeah, in 5 years you made 33%, which just, I don't know, to me sounds pretty good. It's what, about a 6.5% growth on Coca-Cola while still paying that like 3% dividend. Seems pretty awesome to me. But maybe people might be like, and pull out. And we might have a repeat of like it going down in the 50-ish range, the 55-ish dollar range. There, we might have a full-on recession or something like that. So maybe I should keep a little bit of money back and hold off and kind of hope for some mid-50s range on Coca-Cola and then buy more of that. I doubt we'll ever see it down in the upper 30s, mid-40s again, but you never know. Maybe we do have some full-blown recession and Coca-Cola drops another 15, 20 bucks, and it would be good to have cash on hand. So that's my thinking right now. But I don't know. Then again, we also have good old Verizon. That's just been, I'm down almost 10% on Verizon. So I don't know. Maybe do I add more to Verizon? Is that a good idea if it's like 7.5% dividend? Should I be doing that? I don't know. Let me know. Give me a comment. I don't know what I should be doing. Should I be saving up for bonds? So instead, I'm just going to do essentially nothing. Just pile up some cash for a couple weeks. Like maybe even 3, maybe 6, I don't know. And then deploy that later when I see a deal in one of these 4. If I can get it for under my all-time which almost all of them are other than Hasbro, just because I seen Hasbro at like all-time lows and just bought it. So, I mean, buy low, right? So anyways, that's my long rant and kind of showing the portfolio and actually like having a little bit of proof into what I've been saying for a long time. So thanks for watching, and give me some suggestions because I could really use them, and I know this grainy video kind of sucks, but thanks for sticking with it.